Well, I've done it again. I finished early Friday. I had a busy week, and I had sometimes the jobs just go right. I had a drop off which I picked up on the coast the day before on Thursday. Had to be dropped off like just round the corner from me. They're building some houses over in Caddington, a retirement home. So dropped off on site 8 o'clock, and then I had a little job from Bishop Stortford to St Albans. It was done by 11:30, and I didn't want to go anywhere. There was nothing local, so I went home and started doing my garden. And then one pings up, and we're doing this kind of regular. One of our other drivers is doing it, and it's Hemel Hempstead picking up the night before, dropping off in Gateshead at the Metro Centre the next morning. I thought I can do that. It's not money on a job. It meant picking up on a Saturday morning, and so I've done it. And I thought, right, okay, I'll pick that one up. And then I started doing it. So I bid it. I've got it. I've won. I've got extra money, so I'm coming on Saturday morning now. And then started doing the maths on it. I'm thinking, hang on a second. It's got to be dropped off at 7:30 in the morning. That's like 4 hours up to Gateshead, so that means I'm going to have to have like 2 o'clock-ish or something like that. Then I realised it's not 4 hours to Gateshead, it's 4 hours 50, which means I can't drive it in one hit, which means I've got to stop for 3/4 of an hour, so I'm now up at 1 on Monday morning, and I'm now starting to get like, this is going to hang over me all over the weekend. And then I thought, hang on a second, because what I could do, I'm going to have to get a hotel anyway, because I'm going to have to drive it up there, then take Gateshead going anywhere, and then when I finish, get a hotel for Monday and try and make it back home on Tuesday. But what I could do is I could drive it up Sunday afternoon, and then I could get a hotel on the Sunday night, wake up nice and refreshed on the Monday morning in Gateshead with all my driving time, so I've got plenty of chance to get back home. The only thing is I don't know if I can do it, because I've been driving all last week, Monday to Friday, and now it's Saturday, and although I'm only going to be driving for like 40 minutes, I don't know if I can do the Sunday. I know I've got to have 24 hours off between over a weekend break, but I don't know if it's a 24-hour period or if it's like a day-to-day period. So I'm going to have to ring Daniel, transport manager, and I'm hoping he's going to say it's 24 hours. If it's 24 hours, I can go up on the Sunday. If not, I'm up crazy early Monday. In the meantime, let's go and collect it from Hemel. Right, off we go. Stuck it in the sat nav, and it is 20. Look how quiet it is, quiet and sunny. And this is another thing. I'm collecting this load at 7 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. Why 7? I mean, presumably the place might be open between 7 and 12. Why not say between 7 and 12? Why get me out of bed at 6 to do a 20-minute journey around the corner, probably get some guy to fork on some pallets, and then come back again? Having said that, there's plenty to be doing at the weekend, particularly now as Sunday's about to disappear, I hope. On the drive up to the northeast. I like the northeast, I used to live up there. And of course, if you do it on a Sunday, there'll be less traffic, and we can call the video Sunday Driver, which would be nice, wouldn't it? Anyway, let's go fetch this load then. Fits it perfectly, no bearing curtains, no need to strap. So, right, let's take this back to base now, and then ready for Metro Centre tomorrow or very early Monday. Off we go. So, I've been thinking about the ringing Daniel thing, and what I've been thinking is, I'm pretty sure you've got to have, I think it's 46 hours off after every 5 days or something like that, but occasionally you can do 6 days, and you can reduce your weekly rest from 46 hours down to 24 hours. But you're really only supposed to do that once every 2 weeks, but you can actually do it 2 weeks on the bounce as long as you have the following 2 weeks off or something like that. Driver's hours are complicated, we know this. And it doesn't make sense to me that if you do like 2 minutes driving on a Saturday morning, that means you can't work all day Sunday because you did 2 minutes driving on a Saturday morning. So what I'm pretty sure about is that as long as I have 24 hours off now, and I'm due to get back to the yard at 8 o'clock on a Saturday morning, that means as long as I don't drive until after 8 o'clock on a Sunday morning, I've had my 24 hours rest, look at that, I should be fine. The other dilemma is, if I ring Daniel and he says, no, that's not the case, I kind of want to do it anyway, because I really don't want to. Also, I'm thinking, crazily enough, as well as my own sort of selfishness, from the point of view of road safety. And I know that I'm going to be much safer driving if I kick off on, like, you know, midday on Sunday, take as many breaks as I like and get there about 5, 6 o'clock in the evening, rather than get up at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I've got to have a rest in between, and I've got no bed in my cab anymore, which means that rubbish. This thing is, there we go. And I've got no bed in my cab anymore, so I'd actually have to like have a little sleep on the driver's seat, and it's not the most comfortable, I've got to say. So from the point of view of my own, you know, my own life, I want to go on Sunday. So if I don't ask him and it proves that I'm wrong, then not Daniel's fault. He'll tell me I'm wrong. I'll get an infringement, which I've never had before because I've never done it before, and I won't do it again. If I do ask, if I don't ask him well, and it proves I'm right, I haven't lost anything, have I? Whereas if I ask him, and he says, no, you can't do that, then I've got the dilemma of do I go ahead and do it anyway, which I don't really want to do, and it puts Daniel in a difficult position. So logic tells me probably best not to ask and hope for the best. I'm sure that is not the way it's supposed to work when you're running trucks, but hey, it reminded me of a thing I watched on the telly once where the geezer turns round and he says, Brian, if I think you're an idiot, you can fire me, can't you? He goes, yeah. No, sorry, Brian, if I call you an idiot, you can fire me, can't you? He goes, yeah. He says, but if I just think you're an idiot, then you can't really do anything about that, because my own thoughts are my own, aren't they? He goes, yeah. And the bloke goes, Brian, I think you're an idiot. I don't think he used the word idiot. So, right, well, okay, we're going back to base now. We're going to get it, unfairness, my day is now done crazy done. Started at 7, finished by 8. Actually, no, that's not true. Started about 6:30. Done by 8. Then I'll get me 24 hours rest, and then I'm thinking I'm going to be seeing you back here lunchtime tomorrow for a tool up to Teesside. And here we are back at the yards. Cold deja vu. It seemed but hours that I was here. That's because it was only hours since I was there. So yeah, that's me done for today. That is probably the shortest day ever. I think I might have had shorter ones in the Luton, in fairness. But yeah, so we're going to put Veronica to bed now. Going to get her parked up. Just watch Hughes drive the train and swing mirror that. And then I'm pretty sure I've texted Daniel. He hasn't got back to me yet. I'm fairly certain I'm going to be okay. So I'm going to put this to bed now. We'll put her to rest here until tomorrow morning. Well, late tomorrow morning, and then it's the leisurely drive up to the northeast. Turn it off. Bing bong. Well, here we are, and we're ready to go. And it's Sunday, which I'm pleased about, because I really wasn't relishing the idea of getting up at 1 o'clock in the morning. Of course, if it was 1 o'clock in the morning, it would be dark, so you probably figured that one out. I did speak to Daniel, and yeah, it's not a problem. It's not 0 to 0. It's not like from midnight Sunday to midnight Monday, you know, like 24-hour period. It is 24 hours on the bounce. I got back here about 8:30, 9 o'clock yesterday. It's now 10 o'clock. So I've had 25 hours break, which means I'm good to go again. Also, I did a video yesterday, but it didn't, you know, it didn't clock. And with what was loading on, because when I looked to where I'm going to in the Metro Centre, I'm going to JD Sports. And I kind of thought, I hope these aren't pallets of trainers or like expensive loungewear, because otherwise that's sitting on a curtain side overnight, either here or at the Metro Centre. That's not too clever, but as you probably saw, it's actually shop fitting. So that's not too much for a fee. So we're going to go up now. I checked the Travel Lodge this morning. I checked the Lenny Henry Hotel and the Travel Lodge and the Holiday Inn, and there's quite a few around the Metro Centre, and they ain't too dear. They're coming in at around 27 to 50 quid a night. I can pre-book them, but the difficulty I've got is if I pre-book them, I don't know whether I can park a truck. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go there, go to the Metro Centre, probably try and find out where the delivery bay is for the morning, so when I wake up in the morning I know where I'm going, then find somewhere where I can park a lorry, go in and go, that truck is all right in that parking space overnight, isn't it? It's not, you're not going to get upset or anything like that. And once it is, I'm going to book in, and then, I mean, I'm going to be up there probably by about 3:30. So it's a bit of a gaping evening. But I kind of figure the Metro Centre's a big old place, and I'm kind of thinking it might have a cinema or something like that, so I might go to pictures. Or failing that, I might just, you know, go. I mean, I've got me bag to go for like 2 days, and there's much more stuff than I actually need in there. But I've got me like shoe polish kit in there, and I've got like all my computery stuff in there, so I can just check in the hotel and I can do stuff. You know, it's kind of, I'm sure the evening will disappear. It's a shame and it's such a beautiful day. It's kind of a shame to lose a Sunday, but money's money, you know. And when I do, you know, I might be regretting it right now, but I'm pretty sure by the time I get home tomorrow, I won't be. So, anyway, wait for that. Yeah, I just sort of, I can put this off no longer. I think it's time to hit the road. Right, here we go. Put it in the sat nav. 5 hours. So we'll probably go for Southfield, to be honest with you. I think on 5 hours. Yeah, I'll see how I feel. We've got Keris on the radio on 6 on the Sunday, which is kind of cool. Plays a lot of weird and wonderful sort of new world music, which in fairness isn't really my scene, man. But having said all of that, got to the gate. I don't mind it on a Sunday. Something about Sunday feels differently to normal days. I'm normally pottering around my garden, and yeah, I've got my headphones on. Never happier. Kicking around the garden in a vest and big boots, and I like Christopher Robin. I've got this kind of, well, they're toe textures I've had from before, like, you know. And my headphones on, listening to bizarre music. Kind of nice. So instead of gigging around the garden today, we'll be driving in the truck today, listening to bizarre music. And I've got both the sat navs running, because I'm not at this point particularly looking for a job for the morning. I don't know whether I'm going to look. I might look tonight when I get to the hotel, or I might look, you know, you can see the loads ping up. I haven't even set it, I haven't even set the alerts, so I can't be bothered. So I might look tonight when I'm at the hotel, or I might just wait until I'm done. Because I'm going to put it on probably a 50-mile radius or a 100-mile radius. And, come on. There we go. Yeah, 50-mile radius or a 100-mile radius. And then anything that's kind of going south with a reasonable amount of miles on, I think I'm going to take it and go back. That's the theory at the moment. Although, like I say, the bag is fully packed, and I've got enough I can stay out for 2-3 days. So if, you know, Gateshead to Barry Island, or Gateshead to Penzance or something like that pings up for the right, I don't know, Inverness pings up for the right dough, maybe I'll take it, we'll see. Ideally I don't want to,
Ideally, I'm doing an extra day, I'm getting enough money, I'd just like to have something coming home. And we've got both the sat-navs running, we've got Road Lords and Waze. I've got to be honest, I probably don't need both running, because most of it's motorway. It's, I believe, without even checking, I believe it's M1, M18, A1, and then it used to be A19 at Teesside, but probably just A1. But you know, you get these points, and I know it's daft. Every time I go, yeah, there is still a vehicle stops on the other shoulder of the way. He goes, bing, fires off fireworks now, and goes, you've got 5 points. And can I trade them in for, like, you know, wine at the end of the year? Or do I get money? No, you've just got 5 points. Right, thanks. They have no practical use whatsoever. But with the Road Lords thing, and I was doing it a little while, and then I just stopped doing it. But every time you drive 100 kilometres, which is about 62 miles, you get 100 points. And I'm getting close. There is, like, the ranking. At the moment, I'm master, but it goes up to champion. And I know it's sad, but it's just a little game I'm playing with myself, so I'm going to see if I can get up to champion on Road Lords. And bearing in mind that I'm about to go 254 miles, I should get quite a few points. So, right, let's get around this cyclist and off we go. Well, the sat-navs are having a war, as they do. Waze is telling me the best way to go is junction 13, and then across the Black Cat, and then up the A1 for 200 miles. Road Lords is telling me straight up the M1 for 118 miles. M1, M18, A1, like the way I said. What we can do, we can do alternative routes. Let's have a look at alternative routes. That's why, because on the M1, if we go to the M1, there's a delay. There's traffic up on the M1. So what we're going to do is we're going to go with Waze. In fairness, Waze is normally the sensible one, and it's not like Road Lords is telling me to go this way and I ignore it and then realise I've obeyed Waze, and it's because there's a very low bridge I can't get under, let's go back on myself. It's the A1. I've been up here, it's fine. So A1 it is. The only problem with A1, of course, is only 2 lanes. So if anything goes wrong, I'm just going to go fingers crossed. Right, Milton Keynes and Beckham. Go this way. This is the lane we want, I think. I always get this confused. This one goes up and then we get to the middle one and that'll take me across to the roundabout. So, yeah, Sunday driving. It's strange. First thing, normally there's less traffic on a Sunday. It kind of feels weird. Oh, Lisa said to me, she said, do you feel nervous? I went, no. I do this all the time, don't I? It kind of feels a bit like an adventure. It feels like you're going on holiday. You know, I'm going to drive to a faraway place, you know, like, and then I'm going to get a hotel, and it's not like that at all, really. You get there, and it's just a square room with not so great TV. I've got my iPad thing, new Samsung thing, like, you know. But having said that, I'm thinking the Metro Centre might have a cinema. So I've had a look to see what films are on. There's a new Jurassic Park. Yeah, it's kind of, yeah. I like him, but what's his name? Chris Pratt. He's Star-Lord, I like that. And I like that. I watch all in Marvel and Jedi things, that's my thing. There's Buzz Lightyear. That's probably, you could do worse, but it's going to be a bit kiddie. There's Elvis film, which Lisa's very pleased about watching. I've never loved Elvis. I kind of understand it. I mean, the guy was there ever a better looking, better dancing, better singing, more charismatic individual on the planet? I mean, he looks like an angel, dude. I'm just not that fussed, like, you know. You're either that way or you aren't, like, you know. And there's Doctor Strange, and I like old Eggs Benedict Cumberbatch. I think he's good. The only thing about that is we've got Disney and it's coming on it for free in 12 days' time. Having said that, I get the tickets free with bank, and you get the big screen and the surround sound, and so if that's the forerunner at the moment. I mean, I like him. He was in, you know, he's good in the Marvel films. He was good as Sherlock. I quite like that. That was good. And the best one he ever did, if you ever get a chance to catch it on Audible, there's a series called Cabin Pressure, which is him, Patricia Hodge, a guy who you'd recognise, old English actor. Anthony Henson was the second series or the third series or something, and the guy who wrote it, who's John Finnemore, and it's brilliant. It's really, really funny. It's about the crew of a small airplane, and it's just really, really good. So I can recommend that one. In the meantime, we're going round here on our way to the Black Cat. I've been driving for half an hour. I forgot. I think what I was trying to work out how far I would go, and I probably would go as far as possible. In the ideal world, I'd probably drive about 3.5, 4 hours, so that when I get back in, I've got under an hour left to drive. But then I thought, yeah, that's all well and good, but I think my bladder might have something else to say about that one. So, I had a couple of thoughts. Firstly, it's like 5 hours to the metro centre, and I can drive for 4.5. So I can either have my 45-minute break somewhere along the line and get to the metro centre, or I could drive for like 4 hours 4:15, and find like a hotel off the A1 potentially, with lorry parking potentially. If I come across one, and I've been driving for 4:10, and it's just services, you know, lorry parking, bed for the night, that kind of hotel for the night, I could stop, which means I would get my day over 3/4 of an hour quicker. I wouldn't be near the metro centre, I wouldn't be near the potential cinema. Am I really going to use a cinema anyway? I've got the iPad, I'll have a telly, it's only one afternoon, how long does it take to kill it, like, you know? And the other thing is, what if I drive all the way to the metro centre and find out, yes, it's got travel lodges all over the place, but there's nowhere to park a truck? In which case I've got to turn around and come all the way, go back again, and go, that was a waste of time. So, say if I stop on 4:15, and then when I wake up in the morning, I've got to drive for 3/4 of an hour, but that's nothing, is it? And it will still leave me nearly over 9 hours worth of driving time on my extended day, and that's plenty of time to find something going home. So, and I said about my bladder dictating it, to be honest with you, it's a weird one. It's, when I'm driving, I don't think about it. And then if I suddenly go, oh, I'm just going to stop and get petrol, don't anyway. The second I stop, it's like, whoa, I've got to go quickly. But then again, it doesn't take 3/4 of an hour for me to straighten my greens. I've got like, and also I've got the, what I'd refer to now as the COVID toilet in the lorry, which is basically an old plastic bottle which used to keep it sort of like cotton oil tablets. And that's fine. You know, that's okay. You can use that discreetly, open the door, no one's looking, tip it down the drain or over a bank full of weeds, and job done. So I think we're just going to wait and see what happens, like, you know. Although at the moment, I've got to be honest with you, I mean, the answer really would be to get on the website, ring the travel lodge people and go, what's parking like round here? And then we'll know, won't we? Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll keep rolling. Well, I rang them, got the number from Google. He's great as they do. That's actually down in front of me. Yes, and I got through to the reception desk at the Metro Centre Premier Inn, who are apparently at the moment experiencing an unusually high amount of calls, which is modern day speak for we don't hire enough staff. So they basically charge me 30p and 13 pence a minute, and we're on hold for 5 minutes, and then since you're going to have to ring back later. I might ring back later. I might just see how it goes. Modern life, mate. I've been trying to work out where I've got this Sunday driver thing from. And obviously it goes back to the myth about the old fella who only takes the car out of the garage every Sunday for a spin with missing things to him. And you can guarantee you're stuck behind them, and you can guarantee that they're going like 28 miles an hour. And all you can see through the back window is kind of, it's very, very low, and then there's like a pork by hat. And also I'm thinking of songs, and in my mind I keep singing Simon and Garfunkel, but that's not Sunday Driver, that's Baby Driver. And I'm thinking, it's not right, where is it from? And I've just worked it out. It's Beatles. It's from Day Trip, really. Down, like that. That's not a bad little riff, that. Yeah, she was a day tripper, Sunday driver. Yeah. Took him a long time to find that one out too. Right, Huntingdon, still miles to go. Hey Joyce, we're in Grantham now, so I think I'm just going to try and stop. I'm going to look to stop after 4 hours, so that gives me half an hour to go up the A1 to find somewhere that's hopefully got services and a bed. That'll take me half an hour away from the Metro Centre. Should be safe lorry parking. If I can't find anywhere to stop that's got a bed or a hotel, or if I put in and they go, it's full, you know, then I'll probably give Metro Centre another bell. Although I'm technically on break, I'm not supposed to do that, but you know, kind of would be nice to know where I'm sleeping tonight, you know. So, but yeah, like I say, at the moment on my clock, I've done hour and 49, and I've got 3 hours left to go. So if I drive for another 2 hours 10, I ain't going to be far away. 50 minutes away before I start looking. Hopefully about 3/4 of an hour away, half an hour by the time I'm stopped. So that's the plan. Onwards and upwards. Well, I've been driving quite a while now. I just check this. You know, you look at your watch, and you know you see what the time is, and then 2 seconds later, someone comes along and they go, "What's the time?" And the first thing you do is that. You think, I looked at it 2 seconds ago, I knew what the time was. Yeah, I did the same thing. I looked at my clock and forgot it. 3 hours 23 now. I am an hour and 39 away, 87 miles away. We kind of Leeds York area here. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to start looking for somewhere to stop round about 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock I'm going to be just over an hour away. Ideally, I'd like to be under an hour. Ideally, I'd like to be 3/4 of an hour away, because that's about how far I can drive before I run out of driving time. With a 15-minute, you know, sort of, and allowing myself to find a place to stop by. But if a big services with a nice big Lenny Henry hotel comes up at round about the 2 o'clock, I think I'm going to have to take it. As it is, I'll have an hour in the morning, so I'll be up at 6. 6 is not scary. Not when you consider that at one stage it could have been 1 o'clock in the morning. Up at 6, leave at 6:30, get to the Metro Centre at 7:30. Job done. So we just got to hope that the travel lodge thing falls our way. Right, we have a likely contender, Scotch Corner. Scotch Corner is half an hour away, 29 minutes away, and I'm on 3:45, so I should stop there at pretty much 4:15, so it's dead perfect. Also means that I should be about 50 minutes away from the Metro Centre right now. So yeah, we're going to do the last bit now, so that puts me into 29 minutes, so I'm kind of inside the target zone now. So all we've got to do is pray that there's parking space and there's a hotel to stop in, and then we'll stop there and then we'll do the rest in the morning. Big on. Well, the weather's taken a little bit of a turn for the worse, I've got to say. Still, doesn't really matter. 12 minutes and 9.8 miles. And I might have to put my coat on to get out of the cab. Bit of a problem here. Just past the sign for Scotch Corner, and I've got to stop because I'm on 4:13 and I stop in 3 minutes time. And it's got a bed, and it's got this, it's got that, and then there's a sign with a lorry and a big red line through it. No lorries. And I'm like, well, does that mean no lorry parking? Can I still park? You know, because in fairness, if I can park in a normal car park, I don't know what the situation is. So I'm just going to go and have to find out. I don't know. Worst case scenario, I'll have to find somewhere to stop for 3/4 of an hour, and then we're just on to the next one, wherever that may be.